On this piano, we're going to be doing what I refer to as my hybrid restoration, meaning hybrid between restoration and refurbishing. So it's almost as all-inclusive as a full restoration is, but it differs in that with the restoration, we basically replace everything, whereas with the hybrid, we're only replacing the very most crucial components, like the hammers, for example, the dampers, the shanks, the knuckles, the bushings, these kinds of components, and a number of others that are just like, that really take a heavy beating over the decades of use. And then everything else that could still have, you know, a few more decades of good use, like the whippings, for example. We can just kind of put on new leather or cloth in there and just kind of refurbish the whippings. Then we'll leave those alone. So this piano is a 1978 originally, which is not terribly old for a piano. Most of the restorations, full restorations, like a lot of these pianos over here that we're doing a full rebuild on, those are significantly older. These are pianos that are maybe double the age or sometimes triple the age of this one. So by the time they get that old, a restoration definitely is necessary. But 1978 for pianos or for people is not very old.
That's your birth year.
Yes, it is my birth year. So doing the hybrid restoration is sufficient. Now let's have a look. We're also going to be refinishing it. This piano's taken a beating cosmetically, which is pretty common. I mean, you can see there's just these kinds of damaged areas all over. Piano is just covered in damage, so refinishing will go a long way. Looks like also cosmetically, some keys have been replaced. We've got some cracking in the keys here, so we'll replace all of those. So that'll be a nice cosmetic upgrade. I don't think it's making any difference, but it just looks old and worn, and it just adds to the overall tired feeling of this piano. We'll also replace bushings and hammers and shanks and all sorts of components in there. You can see the piano looks very, very dirty, but we'll be able to make that look really nice as part of the hybrid restoration. The hammers, let's get a shot of these hammers right here. They look quite severely worn, so those will be brand new, along with lots of other action parts. Let's hear it. Yeah, I think this is the right choice for this piano because it has a big, rich, robust sound, but it's just tired, and so replacing all of these components that I'm talking about and refinishing it, that's going to just give it a really nice refresh for, make it pretty close to brand new. Is it going to be brand new? No, of course not. But it's going to be, 98% of the way there to brand new, both cosmetically and functionally, tonally, touch, all of that, giving it essentially another many, many decades of great use.